Hello, my name is Nicole Birlain, and in this video we will talking about the importance of recognition, as well as being the opposite which leads to false recognition, and furthermore we will be talking about some solutions we can have as a society. So firstly, false recognition is the wrong acceptance from others to us, just because of our culture, our way of thinking, or our specific characteristics that make our identity. So this guides and leads to a low esteem, oppression, and many other side effects.
An example of a situation created a false identity can be when Mexico's culture ministry accused a fashion brand named Zara of a cultural appropriation, alleging that the company used patterns from indigenous groups in their designs without any benefits to their communities. The issue of false recognition in fashion, where designers use cultural designs without acknowledging their origins or fairly compensating communities, has been contentious in recent years, particularly in Mexico.
Hello, my name is Sebastian Hofmann, and I'll be continuing what my teammate Nicole just said, and it's that a false recognition can be harmful. And it's especially harmful for indigenous communities here in Mexico that have faced discrimination and marginalization. I believe education is one of the main ways we can help solve this issue. Educate ourselves and the community in their culture and history. I believe also supporting indigenous-owned businesses and donating to organizations that help preserve their culture and their heritage is a good way to raise awareness about these tribes and these communities of indigenous people that have been facing false recognition for many years. So taking these couple steps can help us create a more just and equitable society.
So, as we already say, these ethical groups are suffering a robbery that makes us the economy that they live on. So one of the ways in which we can prevent this injustice from occurring is to make these brands that are part of this type of danger for these communities' economy, to make them know that they are living from day to day. So copy and selling their designs at a higher price can harm in different ways. And make them know this, it's going to prevent all of the damage that they are doing at these communities.
And finally, what would happen if false recognition were completely eradicated from Mexican society? Well, it is important to clarify that false identities cannot be simply removed from society, as they are often deeply integrated and ingrained in cultural and societal structures. However, if false identities were to be recognized and rejected, there could be several positive outcomes for Mexico and its communities. Firstly, removing false identities can lead to a greater sense of self-acceptance and self-esteem for individuals. This can help to foster a more positive and inclusive society that values diversity and individuality. In addition, rejecting false identities can help to challenge and dismantle systems of oppression and discrimination, leading to a greater social justice and equality. Specifically in Mexico, the rejection of false identities imposed, as mentioned before, on indigenous communities could lead to a greater recognition and respect for their cultural heritage and practices. This could lead also to a greater protection of their human rights, as well as more opportunities for their economic and social empowerment. Furthermore, the rejection of cultural appropriation in industries such as fashion could lead to more equitable representation and compensation for these communities. Overall, the rejection of false identities in Mexico could lead to a more inclusive, just, and respectful society for all its citizens. Thanks.